The college football experience, Arizona Wildcats 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is LeGarrette Blunt, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience, Arizona Wildcats 2025 season preview episode. We are here, and look, I mean, it's that time.
W-I-L-D Cats. W-I-L-D Wildcats. W-I-L-D Cats. Wild about the Cats. W-I-L-D Cats. W-I-L-D Wildcats.
Great song there from the Arizona basketball team back in the 80s. Yep. And look, interesting year upon us. They are new to the Big 12 last season. That's another thing, is they were new to the Big 12. And it was not the greatest season for Brent Brennan and company. Friend of the program, Brent Brennan, has been on the show before when he was at San Jose State. And look, I'm intrigued to see what he can do in year two there in Tucson. We're going to talk about it. We'll go through the schedule, the roster, the coaching, new coordinators. And also, talk about state of the football program moving forward and the history of Arizona football. Let's go. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Let's go. Bear down. David Matola in the chat. Coming in taking shots at Brent Brennan. He's joking, but still. We're going to have to talk about that. I'm going to have to just dive in to what you're saying here, buddy. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience. And when the college basketball season goes live, we are live every single night of the season, much like we are for college football. We come together as one, youtube.com/the college experience. But give it up for Farmer Stafford, Austin P with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
Let's go, baby. I love the Wildcats. Big 12 country, baby. Tucson, let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Tucson, let's go. Yes. And let's just start right there, man. I listen to a lot of other podcasts because I constantly am traveling, and I don't think people are accurate when they say when they reflect on Brent Brennan's first year. And I even think the fan base might not be accurate on. So I understand last season you're entering a brand new conference, first of all. And you go 4-8. It was disappointing. I think Brent Brennan would tell you it was disappointing. But at the same time, and a lot of people have him on the hot seat already after 1 year, entering a new conference, taking over a new team, new offense, new defense, everything. And you look back at a season ago, they had their struggles, but still, even with that said, they were in some games and easily could have been bowling there. 6-point loss to Texas Tech, a close loss to Dub V. But I just want to fix the narrative. I understand Noah Fifita I'm a big fan of Noah Fifita, and T-Mac, his wideout that now plays for the Carolina Panthers. Those guys stayed when they could have left, and credit to them, credit to Arizona. But I just think it's not an accurate representation, because most people say, well, he walked into a good situation. Yes, he brought his skill players back, and he was able to get his skill players back. But let's not forget all that they gave up. Damon Williams, a guy who balled out in the bowl game. Now, he was a backup quarterback, but he was a guy that transferred to Washington with Coach Fish. But how about the other guys that had left too? Jonah Coleman's one of the best running backs in the nation. He leaves to Washington. Some of the backups, Jordan Washington, I believe, former 4-star, Adam Muhammad. That's what I was about to say, man. It's like a couple wideouts, sure, but two of your best defensive linemen go to Texas. Two DNs go to Washington, and Russell Davis and Isaiah Ward. You lose, an offensive lineman to Washington as well. I think it's inaccurate. How about, let's not forget that Prysock, the corner, also left to Washington, and the safeties. They lost like all of their safeties, rushing to Oregon. The other kid to Indiana, Warnell, and then Miami even took Isaiah Taylor. So it's like they lost a shit ton of their team. I know on the surface, if you're not diving into the team, like you see, oh, T-Mac's back, Fifita's back. I locked up Arizona on the under last year, not because not because I believe Brent Brennan's a bad coach. I believe he walked into a situation where the talent was very off from the year prior. Where are you at with Coach Brennan? And I'm gonna start the slideshow. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hop on over there, because I think the guy could coach, man.
Yeah, he did a great job at San Jose. 3 out of the last 4 years that he was there, they won 7+ games. The 1 year being 7-1, they won the Mountain West. And like you said, man, I know that Arizona fans are out on him right now because he came in, he took over Jed Fish. They were off a 10-win season. Expectations were high with Fifita, McMillan coming back. They weren't good enough in the trenches. In the end, and this should be a reminder to everybody, you win football games up front, offensive and defensive line. And that's just a reality, especially in the Big 12 against teams like K-State, Utah, Oklahoma State, BYU. You take your pick. Like, you got to be good in the trenches. And if you're not, you're going to get your ass kicked in this league. So they made some changes here in the offseason. We'll see if it's good enough.
I just want the fan base to know. So San Jose State has a deep football history from like the 70s and 80s. But since the 90s, they have had 3 winning seasons before. So from 1990 to 2020, they have just 3 winning seasons. Dick Tomey, of course, Arizona fans will know him, had a 9-win season in 2006. That's about it. Mike McIntyre had a big season 1 year. And then in 92, they were 7-4. So from 92 with Norv Turner's brother, Ron Turner, they went 30 years with 3 winning seasons. And Brent Brennan gets hired in 2017, and he starts off terrible, 2-2, because he inherited a terrible team. 2-11, then 1-11, then 5-7 in 2019. They should have won 6-6. They beat an SEC team on the road, right, in that 5-7 season. But then they won a Mountain West championship and went 7-1.
Yep. And
then rattled off three winning seasons in 4 years. So he did more in 4 years than that program did in 30 years. Including winning at an SEC school in a bye game. I think the guy can coach. I think they're sleeping. I don't even think he should be on the hot seat this year. If he goes 4-8 again this year, I just say be patient. He's going to work it out, man. This is a guy that comes from. He played under Terry Donahue, great UCLA coach. Who's related to his nephew is Colt Brennan. May he rest in peace. But I think the guy can coach. I just think they need to be patient. They got to be patient. Now the offense, Dino Babers is out. If you're following the chat, shout out to David Matola. But they do return Noah Fifita. 44 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. He's a gamer. I'm a big fan of his game. Now they are going air raid. They are going air raid this season. Bringing in Seth Doge to run the offense there. I mean, look, you can't be worse than you were a season ago. 114th in scoring offense, 42nd in pass offense, 119th in rush offense, 96th in total offense. I'm a little surprised that they're going full air raid. It hit me the other day that as much as our boy Mike Leach, may he rest in peace, not many teams are running the air raid on the West Coast these days. I was thinking about it. I was like, who else besides USC is running air raid shit? Oregon's not. Oregon State's not. Washington State ditched it. Washington is not.
Yeah.
Cal is running. No, not really. I mean,
who in the Big 12? TCU. That's it.
Texas Tech. TCU and Texas Tech.
Yeah. Tech with McGuire. But yeah, I mean, Doege, to your point, the reason I laugh is because his brother was West Virginia's quarterback forever. But I mean, Seth did a good job at Marshall last year. We're talking about how great the Marshall team was. He was offensive coordinator there last year for Charles Huff when they won the Sun Belt. Now he comes over to Arizona. And he's a proven winner. So I think this offense by default will take a step forward. I think Fifita actually is a pretty good fit in the air raid.
I do too. I do too.
Throws, man. I'm a big Fifita fan. A little bit of the sophomore slump, going from the Pac-12 to the Big 12, different league change, and coaching change. I think he settles in here for a big junior year.
Yeah, I'm with you too, man. Now they only returned 4 starters on the offense. Kris Hutson, the third at wide receiver. Sam Olsen at tight end. Remember, he followed Coach Brennan over from San Jose State. I like his game. Only 1 on the offensive line, which normally that means you panic a little bit. Alexander Doost, the right guard there. They have their kicker / punter, Michael Salgado Medina, coming back as well. They went out to the portal. Brought in Braden Locke, who was running the Dairy Raid offense. But that's good depth. If something did happen to Fifita, you got a guy that started some games there. Ismail Mahdi, I think, is a running back that we saw flash at Texas State. We'll see how he does at this level. But Texas State played our Arizona State pretty damn well last year. They also bring in Mike Mitchell, a running back from Utah, a running back Quincy Craig from Portland State. And that's one of the things I will say is Brennan was able to. You saw Nick Nash kind of tear up college football last year. That was a Brennan thing. Brennan, his staff moved him from quarterback to receiver, and throughout the years, whether it was Josh Love, whether it was they had a running back from Utah Tech that transferred in. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but I think they did a really good job of evaluating talent and having hitting on some FCS transfers. So maybe Quincy Craig could be something. Trey Spivey, wide receiver, comes in from Kansas State. They're on the schedule in a non-con game. Here's the one. Here's the 2 that I really like. Kris Hutson. Who was really good. I used him in DFS last year at Washington State. Prior to Washington State, he was at Oregon. I think that's a nice get. Luke Wysong. If you watch Bronco Mendenhall and Jason Beck's offense, New Mexico, Wysong played really tough for them last season. Javin Watley comes in from Charlotte, and Biff Poggi. Cameron Barmore from Mercyhurst, who was in their first year in the FCS last year. Tight end Keyan Burnett from Kansas coming in as well. Then they attack the offensive line, and I think this is probably the thing that stands out the most to me. Bringing in Jordan Brown from Georgia Tech. I kind of like any offensive lineman that's at Georgia Tech. Brent Key is a former offensive lineman. I think they have one of the better, they develop talent to me at a higher level than most schools along the offensive line. And same can be said for Michigan with Tristan Bounds coming in there. Ty Buchanan also coming in from Texas Tech. Keon Pete from Arizona State. That is disgusting. Isaac Perez from Portland State. They're raiding the Vikings roster here. And then Kiana Decambra from Hawaii, which obviously with Brent Brennan's ties there, he coached in the 90s at Hawaii. And then Colt Brennan, obviously, family success there. I'm going to say the offense will take a big jump forward, man. I kind of like it to I think it will be in the top 70. How about you?
Yeah, I think it takes a huge step. And Ismail Mahdi coming over from Texas State, I mean, 2 years ago, he was a 1,400-yard rusher for the year, 10 touchdowns, 6 yards a carry. So I think it's a big 1-2 punch with him and Craig that you talked about coming from Portland State. You laid it out. They got guys at the receiver position that they tapped into. They just got to be able to hold up on the offensive line, I think. And I think this offense will go.
Yeah. Let's talk about before I talk about the defense, I want to let you know, folks, that the college football experience, Arizona Wildcat style. What does Dennis Hopper say in Speed? Tell that Wildcat behind the wheel. Tell that Wildcat behind the computer screen or TV screen that they're listening to the college football experience. Part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And look, Sports Gambling Podcast is back with their 32-team NFL preview series. They're also back with the phrase that pays. Each episode, they'll give out one word of a 32-word phrase. Submit that phrase for a chance to win $1,000 circa future. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on all the summer sports: MLB, CFL, WNBA, golf, tennis, racing. We're all betting the hell out of that stuff, right? Because it's summer. Dog days of summer, you're looking for anything, man. I'll fucking call up. Me and my buddies would do this at ECU where you call 2 different pizza places and you bet on which is Papa John's going to come before Domino's, or is Domino, you would just to get some action, right? Well, don't worry. They also have college football and NFL futures. You don't need to call the pizza company yet. Save that for another COVID outbreak. But look, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the States. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. But when you do use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. You probably heard me talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a new game-changing feature called Power Trends. You got to check this out. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power Trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets, baby. And these MLB Power Trends have been doing solid. 254 and 147, a win rate of 63% and an ROI of 4.5% in the last 400 bets. WNBA Power Trends too, 35 and 20 since they launched. Just about 64% win rate, but 20.7% ROI. Whoa. Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. Shout out to the chat, even though we got some people shit on Tucson. I had a good time. I've had great times at Tucson. I like Tucson, Arizona.
I love Tucson.
Yeah,
Tucson's
let's
great.
go. Great city.
Right there, man. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball because they got my boy Danny Gonzalez been on the show as well, man. And Danny Gonzalez, Rocky Long guy. I am just whether it's Bronco Mendenhall. Now I know Danny Gonzalez didn't get New Mexico going, so maybe at a head coach he wasn't ready for it, or I'm sure he has his reasons. But the guy has been a very good defensive coordinator in his time, and any of that school of Rocky Long's coaching. I know Bud Foster could talk. Me and Bud Foster talked about that for like 20 minutes on an episode one time. I think he's I know he's coming in. This is not his numbers from a year ago, but I do think he's a very good football coach. Now, how fast can he turn it around? We'll see, because Lord knows they need 108th in scoring defense, 102nd in pass defense, 98th in rush defense, total defense coming in at 105th. I do think he is a good defensive coordinator though, man. And Trey Smith is back. This is another guy that followed Coach over from San Jose State, 14 sacks in his time as a college football D end. And look, they return him on the D line and him only. One linebacker back in Tay Brown, 3 of 5, because they're going to be running the 3-3-5 in the secondary. Shout out to the name Genesis Smith. Great name. They went out to the portal and they brought in a slew of talent. Riley Wilson coming in from Montana in the FCS, obviously a great FCS program. They play like an FBS level. Malachi Bailey from Alcorn State. Chancellor Owens from Northwestern State. Savea is back. He was at Arizona before. Now he comes back from Texas. Deshaun McKnight from UT Martin, the Skyhawks. Max Harris, a linebacker from Texas State. Blake Gotcher. I love multiple guys from Northwestern State. Just rating the Southland Conference. Baby. Yeah. Michael Dansby comes in from San Jose State. Who knows him better than Brent Brennan? Javion Cole, also a corner from Texas, and Aiden Garnes, a corner from West Virginia, and then safety Jashawn Frosto Ramos from Stanford coming in. I will say the defense will be better. I think the schedule's easier too, but I also believe Jenny Gonzalez is a very good defensive coordinator. So, yeah. Where are you at with the defense here?
Yeah, I know Gonzalez was there last year as the linebackers specialist coach there, but I like what they did in the portal. I like the guys up front that they added. Bailey coming over, Wilson as well. I think they're going to be tougher going through the Big 12 once through and learning what it takes to win in this league. So I think Gonzalez and company, they take a step forward, and I think sometimes in the Big 12, it gets over exaggerated how small the margin is. Arizona State went to the college football playoff. They were a 3-4 win team 2 years ago. Arizona was a 10-win team. So I think that Arizona is going to be a lot better next year.
Yeah. And folks, if you don't remember, Danny Gonzalez had San Diego State with Rocky Long, that defense really rolling. If he can get to that level again, then I don't expect it to happen this year. Will it be rolling like that? But I do think improvement can be happening. Let's talk about the state of the program, because Mac, we talk about the coaching hires, we talk about the head coach, we talk about the transfer portal and the staff, and I know they had been in debt or something allegedly, the university, but I think they're in good hands with Brent Brennan moving forward. But I love their stadium.
Oh, it's great. The desert.
Yeah, they host a bowl game there. You know, I'm a sucker for stadiums with mountains, man. Arizona Stadium, 96 years young. I think this is a gem in college football. So I do disagree with Dick Gersberger in the chat there. Look at this stadium, man. This is, I mean, they hosted the Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice Bowl is happens there every year. It was called something else before that. But dude, this is a good stadium in my mind. Look, it's like a castle too, man. You know, I love the ones that look like a castle. You're not going to storm our castle. Arizona Stadium, it's been there forever. It's been a big part of the history of college football. I like it, man. I like it a lot, actually. As you can tell, I had this higher ranked than Missouri's. Where are you at with Arizona Stadium and the folks in Tucson?
9. Yeah, I big fan of the stadium. I also just love the desert feel, man. Sun rising in the background of some of those primetime games. They've had some really good teams over the years, whether it was Rich Rod. Rich Rod was pretty damn good at this place too, by the way. Just so people don't forget.
Yeah. Look at that shot, dude. Are you kidding me?
Dude, Tucson's awesome. I know Arizona State fans are trying to shit on Arizona. Tucson's a big time place. Fun place.
Dude, that's a fire stadium. I'll fight anybody on that. You know what I mean? I know there are Arizona State fans in the chat shitting on Arizona, but I think that stadium is fire. Yeah, I do too. And look, Chuck Cecil, legendary Arizona Wildcat. You know, look at him pulling in some scattered ass. That's what's happening. You beat State, you get laid. All right, look at him there. Which gal he wants? Right, everyone's there for him. Yeah, shout out to Sam. I agree there. There we go. We're getting the non-ASU fans now.
Desert
Great
Ball,
stadium,
baby.
Desert Ball rules. Yeah. Yeah. It is a fire stadium. I'll argue that this is better than like 80% of the college. I mean, college football has so many great stadiums, but this is definitely, and they stormed the field too, man. I mean, they'll storm the field there in Tucson. They got good fans, man. Look at that shit. Always storm the field, man. Come on. I mean, look at that. Fantastic. Good work. Bravo. Bravo.
Get it.
But yes, look at this. This is a great fucking stadium, dude. This is a great stadium. I'm sorry, this is so much better than that State Farm bullshit they got for the Arizona Cardinals. The toaster oven. This thing is just a gem. It needs to be protected at all costs. This and honestly, like the Arizona fans won't like me saying this, but I love Sun Devil Stadium too. I think both these should be protected at all costs. I think they're great college football stadiums. So that gets me to my next point. Yeah,
state of the program.
Yeah, state of the Arizona Wildcats program. I think it's in an interesting era right now because they just switched conference. Oh, by the way, dude, I know this isn't Arizona Stadium here, but this play, I was going through grabbing old photos. This is Ortiz Jenkins, their quarterback, playing at Washington Husky Stadium in like 97 or 98. I was watching this game live, and I'm still convinced like this is the greatest ending to a game like this, and like the Auburn kick 6.
Yeah, against Alabama.
If you haven't seen this play, I would challenge someone.
I saw it on Twitter because you shared it.
It's such a great fucking play. I mean, to win the game, I was watching this in the DC area, and we had some buddies over watching this game. And we thought the game was over. We jumped out of our fucking seats for this fucking play. This play specifically, this exact photo, one of the greatest football plays I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched a lot of football. But yes, state of the program with the Arizona Wildcats. I would say they're kind of in a
plateau.
They're in an interesting point right now because if they are in debt, I don't know their specifics. They said that some people have speculated that. I can tell you that Brent Brennan, I think, is going to get them to a winning, respectable program if they're patient. If he struggles this year and they fire him, and then you're going out there, I don't know. But so I gave it a 5 of 10 because I still believe the potential. I am old enough to remember Dick Tomey's Desert Storm's defenses and everything. So I do believe that they should always field a winner in Tucson, Arizona. To me, I don't know why. Similar logic to Arizona State, where I say like those teams should always be good, in my opinion. Like the state, no one gives a shit about the Arizona Cardinals in the state of Arizona, from my experiences. So their football is Arizona and Arizona State. They should just throw more money into this. I don't understand how you're at a deficit when you're that big of a university and you're in the Pac-12, unless Larry Scott's an alum. But what do you give the state of the program?
5. I'm with you. Disappointing year transition, but I mean, we need to see it. This is a big prove year. So yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I'll join you on that.
It is a big year. I'd say the next two. Let's get to the schedule because week 1, the Brennan Bowl. All right. I'd like to see him put this on the schedule. Timmy Chang in Hawaii. Now they do play week 0 and they play Stanford. And I expect Hawaii to beat Stanford week 1 or week 0. I'm sorry. Week 0. I expect Hawaii to beat Stanford, which means they'll be fresh off of a ACC Power 5 win when they head to Tucson. And I've already actually bet this. I think Arizona's going to beat Hawaii week 2 for Hawaii, week 1 for Arizona.
I
got Arizona 1-0.
Yeah, I'm with you. This could be one of my favorite bets week 1. Yeah, Arizona big time. Fifita and company roll against that Hawaii defense after they get some film on them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dennis Thurman has toughened up Hawaii's defense some, but I think Arizona, especially after the highs for Hawaii after beating a Power 5 and it being Stanford. So 1-0 out the gates, man. And then week 2, Weber State comes to town. Weber State's whole team transferred out. I feel like this should be. They keep a decent program. So like but they lost a lot of talent. So I will have Arizona at 2-0. What are you doing here?
2-0. No Jay Hill here walking through that door.
Then week 3, a non-con Big 12 game. I repeat, a non-con Big 12 game.
Once again, another Friday night game.
That makes it way more dangerous to me. That makes it way more dangerous.
Arizona might get them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, you put this thing at night, especially prime time. I think
9 o'clock kick. Woo.
I mean, I'll take K-State just off of the talent, but like, this is a dangerous game. This is a dangerous game for them. So I got them at 2-1 after 3. How about you?
Yeah, I took K-State on the K-State preview, but K-State by field goal. I think this is going to be a tight game. Revenge, too. I mean, K-State embarrassed them last year, Friday night game. I think this is a ball game, but K-State just has too much with Avery Johnson and company. 2-1.
2-1, then you hit the bye week. Look at Chuck Cecil. I mean, a man of the people. One of the hardest hitting safeties ever, man. Remember when you could actually play football in this country? Anyway, we come out of the bye week. Actually, wait, I should read the rest of the ads here. Before we come out of the bye week, I want to let you know that the college football experience, Arizona Wildcat style, is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sports book. Circa Las Vegas is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest. Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DGen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, August 21st to August 23rd. And by the way, the college football experience, myself, Moneyline Mac and company will be live doing shows from Circa Las Vegas regarding week 0. We will be highlighting that Hawaii Stanford game, the Farmageddon there in Dublin, Ireland, between Kansas State and Iowa State, and also all of the other action that we got going on, which is, off the top of my head, Southern and North Carolina Central. Portland State is hosting Tarleton State. Sam Houston State is taking on Western Kentucky. And Fresno State heading out to David Booth Memorial Stadium to take on the Kansas Jayhawks. I think I'm forgetting one game. UC Davis and Mercer, or in Montgomery, Alabama, doing battle. Did I get them all? I think I might have got them all. Maybe I'm forgetting one. But yeah, we'll be out there live betting all those games and having a blast. All right. Live shows, open bars. Plus you're going to get 15% off the Circa stay with our promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use the promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million of first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball. It's the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So sign up today at Underdog Fantasy. But when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits there. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And look, I mean, Matola's hilarious. Don't sleep on it, man. If Arizona's able to upset K-State there, 3-0 at the bye week, it's possible, man. They come out of the bye week and they head to Ames, Iowa, take on Iowa State in a series that goes back to 1948.
Brutal.
Here's the thing, though, man. I'm taking Iowa State, but like Matt Campbell at Iowa State, doesn't matter the year. He would like whether they have a winning season or a losing season. Every game is fucking by 3 points. So that means Arizona has a chance. You know what I mean? Like, now I'll take Iowa State because Ames is Ames, but I'm just saying one fucking play here, one Noah Fifita, scramble where he breaks a tackle and throws the ball to Luke Wysong for a touchdown. That could be all the difference in this game. So it is not a 100% losable, like it's just not a flat out loss because Iowa State, when you play that close, sometimes you get bit, but I have to take Iowa State. So 2-2. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll take Rocco Becht in Ames, Iowa here, but yeah, I'm with you. 2-2.
2-2. And then Wait a second. No, they're not coming off the Iowa game. And then Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State come to town. Our Oklahoma State preview's out. I took Arizona to win this game, so I have them at 3-2. Oklahoma State's. I honestly, they're
mystery team.
Well, I mean, there's so many mystery teams these days. When I did this show 7-8 years ago, it was very rare to have a mystery team. Like your mystery teams would be like the service academies because of how many graduates. Now it's like. You look at Oklahoma State's team, it's like that scene in Major League where you're like, who the hell is this? I've never heard of any of these guys. I'm on the Wildcats. Who'd you take in this game?
I took Arizona. So 3-2, but not a lot of confidence.
I feel all right about it. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if Oklahoma State won it, but I feel like it being in Tucson and them having a much more proven quarterback and and a much more proven roster, really. Then they are hosting BYU. This is a nice beginning to the schedule. Obviously, BYU just lost their starting quarterback Jake Retzlaff to intercourse, to sexual intercourse with a woman before getting married.
I do that in Tucson.
I think I took Arizona last night. I think I did, right? So. This is another one. This looked so much harder a month ago.
Yeah.
This is much more winnable. It's a nice break for Arizona. Dude, honestly, like, I don't think they'll be undefeated, but like, they could be 5-1 if everything breaks right for them. Sure enough, they could also be 2-4. But, all right. Then they head to Houston, Texas, take on Willie Fritz and company. I'm going to say they lose this one, but once again, this is still a winnable game.
Yeah. It's Big 12, 4-3.
We're both seeing eye to eye here. Then they get a bye week. Shout out to the Desert Storm defense there. Remember, they're number one in the nation there. That's what I'm saying. The potential's there, man. Let's bring it back. They come out of the bye week. I like this bye, might I add. Both byes are very smart because I actually think both byes are probably two of their tougher games, road games. Just the fact that they are road games. Arizona's at Colorado. I took Colorado on the Colorado show, but I mean, wouldn't shock me if Arizona won this game.
No, especially after the bye because Colorado doesn't have it. But I'm with you, 4-4 with 4 to go.
Then the Kansas Jayhawks come to town. Oh, man.
Hard game. Give me Arizona.
That's what I'm saying too, man. Arizona's they're gonna get some of these teams. I'll take a win too. I'll take a win as well.
5-4. A lot of pressure on Kansas in this game if they're as good as we think they are. And they're off K-State.
Yeah. And then they head to Nippert for the first time ever to take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. I have no idea. I mean, there's a chance Satterfield's not even coaching this game. I'll take Cincinnati, I guess.
Yeah, give me Cincinnati. God, these programs feel like
I don't feel good about this game though.
5-5.
Yeah, 5-5.
Both teams, whoever it is, both teams will be 5-5 after this game.
Then the Baylor Bears and Dave Aranda come into town, and look, I think they're going to get upset. Give me Arizona. I think they're bowling. Give me a 6th win.
I was like, if they can get to this one, 6 win before they go to Tempe.
Yes. Then you have the Territorial Cup, aka the Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I did take Arizona State on our Arizona State preview. That is out and available. But I have them at 6-6, and honestly, like
it's an over.
The win total is what? 5.5. So we're a half game over this. They're plus 4,000 to win the Big 12. They're plus 2,500 to make the CFP, plus 30,000 to win it all. Now, let me just plus 4,000 to win the Big 12, Mac.
How many Big 12 teams are we going to take in this price?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
West Virginia, UCF. You want to take those 3?
This schedule is awesome. What?
It's a good schedule.
What? Let me just like, to me, I only see one like for sure loss, and that is Arizona State. But even that's a rivalry game, so like
I
crazy
don't
shit
think that's a for
happens.
sure loss.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, Arizona blew Arizona State off the field. I know Arizona State's feeling themselves because they made the college football playoffs. So a lot changes in a year.
But what would they be the biggest dog in? I think it would be in Tempe. Maybe week 3.
Ames. Maybe Ames.
The Vegas knows that'll be like a. I would say it would be like a 3.5 point favorite.
Yeah, but I mean, the Arizona State, it's a rivalry game.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a great schedule though, man, because you could have that Jedfish breakthrough season. Now at the same time, you could also eat shit on all these games. But hold on, what's the ceiling here? 10-2? Is that insane to say that?
The ceiling is what Arizona State did last year. That's the Big 12, 10-2.
Okay, what's the floor? The floor is what, 2-10?
Yeah, it's the Big 12.
It's like, why even do the preview, right? It's like,
exactly. Whoever wins the close games and whoever's healthy, it's like Arizona State almost lost to Texas State. They
probably should have. Yeah,
and they won the Big 12. They almost won a college football playoff game. Arizona 2 years ago was a 10-win team with the quarterback. That's their current quarterback right now.
I love the schedule. I mean, first off, the K-State game is a non-conference game.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting like, who, if you told LA college football coach, just you're going to be in the Big 12, what teams would you want this year? I think they would say, give me Cincinnati, give me Oklahoma State, give me Houston, give me Colorado. I think they would say all of those ones.
Maybe West Virginia.
And they probably say West Virginia, but I bet you they might even say BYU after Rhett's left news. Like the only ones they wouldn't say right now, I think this season would be like Iowa State, Baylor, and Arizona State.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Kansas. I don't know. The K-State game being a non-con game is hilarious because
I know
they really could have a nice situation. They could go to the. I don't think it's that insane to say that they could go to the
Big 12 title game.
I don't.
Nothing's crazy in the Big 12.
They have this is so far. I think this is the best schedule within the Big 12 that I've seen. I think they have the best schedule because the K-State game's useless. Who cares about the K-State game?
Yeah.
The K-State game is like, well, whatever.
Yeah, they can play K-State in the Big 12 title game.
Yeah, and then that would be an advantage. You play them twice, but I'm on the over. I feel decent about it, man. I'm
on the over too. They're going to get back to a bowl game. I like Brennan, and I keep saying this in the Big 12. All these cocky ass fan bases that come off a nice season, they get humbled quickly. The teams that get humbled the year before, they bounce back. It's a zigzag league because all the teams are so close. The margin of error are so evenly matched. So yeah, I love Arizona to be back in a bowl game here.
Yeah, I mean, and that schedule, you can really take a jump. You could really take a jump, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. We're both on the over. And remember, Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. We just did it. We completed a triple header right now. We just did Missouri and UTEP. Go check out those episodes as we continue to break down all 136 teams. We have a great slideshow honoring the history of Arizona football on the way out. Let's go Wildcats. Matola, I'm rooting for you boys to get it together. But I like Danny Gonzalez. I like the hires. I like the schedule. I like the shift in offenses as well. So let's go Wildcats, man. I think there's a lot of room for optimism if you're a fan. We will be back tomorrow talking more college football, of course. We have on deck the let me just make sure I'm accurate here. Tomorrow will be the Delaware Blue Hens. They are in the FBS now. and the Old Dominion Monarchs. What a nice Wednesday night we have in store for you. Till next time, folks. Can't wait to watch these Wildcats this year. Enjoy the slideshow on the way out. Arizona's got a rich history, which I dig when it comes to college football. So till next time, this is the college football experience, Arizona Wildcat style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here. Whoa, sorry.
Oh, hello.
One.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Logic is leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a piss right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the head. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it sees a goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just the words of the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality, I lost to a legend. Theoretically, I'm best friends with Uncle Sam. In reality, I've never even met him. Now, one day my potential may become reputation. Until then, I'm still a work in progress. I suggest you question what I'm saying. If anything, to become familiar with the process. My agenda may suit your needs. When I say your bill of rights has been ripped to shreds, but if it defends what you believe, hold ear to your truths and scream fuck seeds. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself.